how many chairs do we have in the studio with the number of analysts that we have in the studio? Well, that's exactly what we do on Saturdays. Well, it's always very interesting in the course of the week. But Tune Young is here. And then the Super Eagles of Nigeria have also qualified for the AFCON. Like I said, with a game to spare, we play our last game against. I don't want to believe that Mino's in world football actually, and I still try the best I can every single time to defend that conversation that there are no Minos in football. It's 11 against 11, but at the same time, if England catches Belarus, it's like 11-0. So there's still Minos in football. Tune Young, well, Victor Osimhen, he got 2 goals over the weekend, and that takes him up on the ranking of the all-time top 10 list of scorers for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And of course, still topping by all means, by many goals, is Rashidi Yekini with 37 goals. The mathematical Segun Odegbami with 23, Yakuba Egbeni with 21, Ike Chukwuche with 19, Obafemi Martins with 18, Sunday Oyeruka with 17, Victor Osimhen with 17, Samson Siasa with 16, Jude Ojo Igalo with 16, on Ahmed Musa, the man that never get old, he's also with 16 goals. So as it stands now, Victor Osimhen is the 7th all-time highest goal scorer for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And if you look at the number of games he's played, if you look at how many years he's got ahead of him, and you think he's got just 20 more to meet arguably the greatest striker that ever won the green and white jersey for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, talking about Rashidi Yekini with 37 goals. Well, Tune Young, you're welcome to Sport Cruise. Okay, they've channeled your microphone.
Good evening, Okwe. Good evening, Lagos. Good evening, Nigeria. There's only one place to start, which is the Super Eagles. And I do agree with you. They are very much Minos in football. They are Minos in football. We beat one of them 10-0. We beat one of them 10-0.
10-0 on aggregate.
Not even aggregate. Sao Tome,
one game, we just 10 now. And we are playing them next.
They are coming to Nigeria.
I want to love.
Although when we played them, it was in Morocco and it was a good pitch.
It does not matter. They have good pitch here now. It's going to be played at the Next of Champions at the Gozel Akpabio Stadium in Rio. Okay. So it's I'm at times
okay, if you say so.
Yes,
I can't disagree with you. And also Victor Osimhen rising to become the highest scoring active Super Eagles player. 2 goals against 2 goals in the last game. Was against
Sierra
Leone. I've forgotten them so easily. But they actually gave Nigeria a tough time. 2 games in the last game against Sierra Leone was enough to push him up the rankings, past Odion Igalo, past Ahmed Musa, as the highest scoring active player for the Super Eagles. Like you mentioned, he's now tied on 17 goals with Sunday Oyarekwa. Still 20 goals behind the legendary Rashidi Yekini. But
is Ahmed Musa still active Super Eagles player?
Yeah, he's not.
He's still in that category.
Not retired.
Okay.
He's not retired.
Okay.
I mean,
I just want to be sure.
I know you are trolling. Well, the word active here refers to retired. It doesn't mean whether you are playing or not playing. As long as you are not retired, you are active in the eyes of the law. Let us leave it at that. But like I said, Rashid Yekini is still outrightly, at the top of the list, 37 goals, of course. But when you consider the fact that yes, Victor Osimhen is still 20 goals behind Rashid Yekini, but he has the best goals to game ratio of anybody on this list. 17 goals in 26 games is very impressive for a 24-year-old who can still play for the Super Eagles for the next 10 years.
That's an average of 0.77 goals per game.
I can see that you did not fail maths.
I lost school.
I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed. Yes, speaking of impressive, of course, Victor Osimhen's performance, yesterday was impressive in Monrovia. The game was played in Liberia, Monrovia, because Sierra Leone do not have a stadium that meets the CAF basic requirements. And when you now see the level of stadiums that you wonder what the stadiums in Sierra Leone look like, because if we can be playing on artificial turf in this country where you cannot score and slide, Even that yesterday pitch, like it looked horrible. It looked horrible. So I was wondering if this is the stadium that CAF can approve. I wonder
the one they did not
approve what it looks like. But I don't know. The Super Eagles, shown a lot of fights. We said it was already that it was not going to be easy. Even when they came to Abuja, we were only able to beat them 2-1. Had to come back from a goal down to beat them 2-1. So they were not going to give us an easy ride. This was the team that also at the last AFCON in Cameroon, we saw the amount of upsets they were able to pull and whatnot. So they are not a bad team. Yes, granted, Nigeria are better and Nigeria should win, and we did win. Some people want to be critical of the manner. I enjoyed the first half. I think the first half was probably the best Nigerian game I think I've seen under Pesero. The first half was good, in my opinion. There was lots of space. I don't know if it's more of what Sierra Leone did not do, but there was lots of space in the Sierra Leone box.
How tough was that game? I watched the post-match interview of Kenneth Omero, of the manager of the side, Jose Pesero, and they both admitted that the game was really tough. How tough was that game? Especially also with the fact that we needed to score the winning goal in the 95th minute of that one.
Of course it was tough, especially the second half. Like I said, the first half was plain sailing for me. If we were taking our chances in the first half, if everybody was as clinical as Victor Osimhen, we probably would have won the first half 4-1 or 5-1, or maybe if
we would have had like 2 assists in the first half with his goals.
Yes, because he actually was perfect in the first half. His all-round play was majestic. He set up a fantastic chance for Moses Simon from point blank range. Also, it was a good save by the Sierra Leone goalkeeper.
He missed it.
It was
he missed the.
Should still score.
Yes,
he should still score from there.
He missed the promised land, so he misses the goal.
Come on. I was avoiding that reference. Samuel Chukwueze was played in through on goal, 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, and somehow could not. So you wonder those stadium matches. If this was a match of high consequence, because again yesterday a draw would have been enough to send Nigeria through anyway. And even if Nigeria had lost, they would beat Sao Tome, they would still qualify.
Anyhow.
So that it wasn't like it was not a do or die affair for Nigeria. But if it was a game of high stakes, was that how those chances would have been missed? We look at just before halftime, so we felt needed from point blank range in the box, blasted a clear cut chance well over the bar, like it was a clearance.
So Young, I will hold your thought from here. We need to pay some bills. When we come back, we'll go into full analysis of what went down in Monrovia yesterday between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Sierra Leoneans. 3-2 it ended in favor of Nigeria. Victor Osimhen, arguably the hottest striker in world football right now, got 2 goals for himself, and of course our own relegated Kelechi Iheanacho got the winning goal in the 5th minute of added time to get the win for Nigeria, which automatically qualifies us for the next African Cup of Nations with a game to spare. This is Sport Cruise on Milan 98.3 FM. When we pay some bills, we'll come back, we get straight up into it, and Chelsea may have just sold their most successful goalkeepers in a very long time to Saudi Arabia. We'll come back with that.
You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM.
The Broadcast Art Institute Supplementary Admissions 2022-2023. Few vacancies exist in the Departments of Broadcast Journalism and Multimedia Technology for admission in the 2022-2023 session. If you scored 100 and above in the 2022-2023 UTME and have 5 relevant credits and have not gained admission, you can change over to the Broadcast Art Institute Lagos for National Diploma in Broadcast Journalism and Multimedia Technology. The Broadcast Art Institute is accredited by the National Board for Technical Education (NBTE) to offer national diploma programs in broadcast journalism and multimedia technology. You can visit our campus at number 38 Odofin Street, Igbogbo, Ikorodu, Lagos, or call the following numbers: 0806 149 9992 or 0703 713 1166 or 0816 587 1415.
It's midnight. You're on an important call. Suddenly, here?
You have 1 minute remaining.
You quickly check your wallet and there's no cash. What if you could recharge without cash and even get some bonus? No on credit? No problem. Recharge your MTN line by downloading my MTN NG app or dial *904# to buy airtime directly from your bank account anytime, any day, and enjoy a 15% bonus on every recharge. Yes, it's that easy. MTN. What are we doing today?
Oh boy, this your coffee?
Baba, don't drink medicine, tire.
Self-medication? No, nah.
Wetin I go do? Hospital money no be here.
When they tell an AXA Mansard Health Plan,
That's right! With the Airtel AXA Mansard Health Bundle, you get access to a doctor, medication and hospital cover up to 100,000 naira. Dial *141*44# now to select the plan that suits you.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
When we gather in the moonlit village square, it is not because of the moon. We come together because it is good for kinsmen to do so. Communities around us lack basic healthcare facilities, but with your help, they can be supported. Be a hero for change and participate in the What Can We Do Together initiative. Visit www.mtn.ng/WCWDT or text MTN to 421 to nominate a primary healthcare center to receive support. Nominations close on June 17th, 2023. Together, let us make it happen.
you're about to close the deal of a lifetime, and suddenly your phone goes off because your battery is low. There's a hot gist in town, and just when you're about to hear it, your smartphone disappoints you. Oh, not again. Even worse, you're about to get that yes, but they can't reach you. No smartphone guarantees you your dream like the Itel P40. With just one charge of its mega 6000 mAh battery, power is yours for 3 days. Also get 5GB from Airtel for just 1,000 naira when you buy Itel P40 and activate it with an Airtel 4G SIM card. SMS GET to 141 to get this offer. Itel P40, one charge for 3 days.
The 2022-2023 Universities and Polytechnic admission is here at the Eco College of Management and Technology, Eco City. Opportunity to gain admission and bag a national diploma degree is now available in the following courses: Mass Communication and Multimedia Technology, Banking Operations, Computer Engineering, Computer Science, Science Laboratory Technology, Performing and Media Arts. If you wrote the last JAM and still seek admission, the opportunity is available at Eco College of Management and Technology to put the best in both theoretical and practical knowledge. Eco College of Management and Technology, Eco City, is approved and accredited by both the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board JAMB and National Board for Technical Education NBTE. At Eco City, our lecturers bring to the class both industry and academic experience. Facilities in the school include well-equipped laboratories, modern multimedia studio, hostel, sports complex, ultra-modern library, CBT hall, beautiful classrooms and office spaces. Eco College of Management and Technology is located at plot 100 Alhaji Onilewura Street, College Bus Stop, Ikotu Egbe, Lagos State. For inquiries, call 0812-658-0784, 0916-254-0610, or visit our website at www.ecocity.edu.ng. Eco College of Management and Technology, building industry-ready professionals.
Oh boy, this your coffee?
Baba, don't drink medicine, tire.
Self-medication? No, nah.
Wetin I go do? Hospital money no be here.
When they tell an AXA Mansard Health Plan,
That's right! With the Airtel AXA Mansard Health Bundle, you get access to a doctor, medication and hospital cover up to 100,000 naira. Dial *141*44# now to select the plan that suits you.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Capture life's moments in stunning clarity with the new Tecno Camon 20 series. With sensor shift OIS technology on a 108 megapixel ultra-wide camera, enjoy the best smartphone experience brought to life in vivid colors with its 120Hz AMOLED display. That's not all. The Camon 20 series is the perfect steady night portrait master, so you can take splendid low-light photos at night out with friends. Buy any Camon 20 series today and get free gifts plus up to 11 GB MTN data for up to 6 months. Don't miss out. T's and C's apply. Tecno, stop at nothing.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Nobody wants to grow old with no money. No, no, no. Make your retirement a smooth journey. So be smart. Save a little step for it. Always smile and live up. Whatever you dream, go with NLPC-PFA. Retire happy, come to NLPC-PFA.
With our great returns contributions, we can help ease your transition to retirement when you transfer to us at NLPC PFA. Simply fill the quick form on nlpcpfa.com/account/transfer RSA to register your intentions, or connect with us on 01-448-2780. NLPC PFA, creating a brighter future for you.
Better people, announcement. This one loud. Na so if you MTN don land with another jollyment arrangement to totori you. With just 53,000 naira pere, MTN go sama you the new Nokia C21 4G smartphone with 1 GB data and 100% bonus on top any data bundle wey you buy for the next 6 months. Sharp. The phone battery dey strong, e dey last longer, and the design fine well. You go fit use your fingerprint and face to lock and unlock the phone anytime, anywhere. Even self, you fit pay small. Hey you, make you get your own before you finish. Better things no dey waste time o. Remember, terms and conditions dey sha o. MTN, wetin we dey do today?
You're about to close the deal of your lifetime, and suddenly your phone goes off because your battery is low. There's a hot gist in town, and just when you're about to hear it, your smartphone disappoints you. Oh, not again. Even worse, you're about to get that yes, but they can't reach you. No smartphone guarantees you your dream like the itel P40. With just one charge of its mega 6000 mAh battery, power is yours for 3 days. Also get 5 GB from Airtel for just 1,000 naira when you buy itel P40 and activate it with an Airtel 4G SIM card. SMS GET to 141 to get this offer. Itel P40, one charge for 3 days.
Ecom Christian Center presents Year 2023 40 Days Annual Prayer Conference with the theme, The God Who Delivers, featuring salvation, divine healing, deliverance, prophetic declarations, and spiritual impartation. Date from Tuesday the 23rd of May to Friday 30th of June 2023. Venue 10 Awahu Street off Itire Road, Mushin, Lagos. Ministering Pastor Ade Ekunjesu, JP, the host, popular gospel music artists, and other anointed men of God. There shall be no vigils on Thursdays, Saturdays, and prayer conference at Ecom Christian Center, 10 Awahu Street off Itire Road, 0803-322-3086. You will never be the same again. Be there.
Rock the time. Rock the groove. It's music extravaganza, where the beat gets.
See, music heals your body, heals your soul, it heals your spirit, it makes you whole, it heals. So get in the music, in the music. Time
Okay, Cruz. Well, that was a long break. We just looked at the last play time as we prepare for that gracious Sunday afternoon and that quality talk. I remember, the Barnes guy. I think we should test really to support the welfare of the players need to be taken more importantly, so that shouldn't be anything less than winning the next after
by this tournament. Just there have been a lot of lamentations, and rightly so, but also like we are not the only ones that play everybody. So Sierra Leone put up a good fight. We had their number, like I said, we didn't finish them off,
the Sierra Leoneans were better
perhaps that's if I'm going to name players that they're the surprise like we predicted, and held his own. He's a man that has a physical resemblance to Andre Onana, and he also plays like him, although albeit a lot less risky, but he's comfortable with the ball at his feet. Goalkeeper is actually quite small for a goalkeeper, and that can be a problem. But when you think about the fact that so it shows that if you can excel at other parts of goalkeeping, perhaps maybe the eyes will not be that.
I'm sure if you remember who George Campos is, he's just a few inches higher than Rey Mysterio.
Wow, slight exact. It made some sense. If nothing, he had a safe game. He didn't give the ball away. If you like, I said, I don't want to get too far. I don't want to paint the picture that I've seen a goalkeeping Messiah. No, there's a reason he plays in Israel. He's still developing. He's 23 years old. He still has a lot of growing to do. Maybe not physical presence, especially for someone physically small. He was jumping without hesitation, without just come out calculated, win the area duels, and that was fantastic for me. And players that stood out, of course, other than Victor Osimhen, I think that should go without saying. Because now like twice he had a good game. Zaidu Sanusi, he assisted the winning goal. That in a way, and make the wrong decision there, because when you have too many options, you are spoiled for choice. If you had played the pass at the wrong time, the goalkeeper is moving forward, put it behind the goalkeeper. They said they are trying to miss. That's the only way to miss from. Who was not trying to miss? It was just unfortunate in game. So especially for a goal that would not have.
It's crazy. Okay, well that was it. Which was what we're playing against Sao Tome and Principe.
It seems we enjoy playing away from home more than we do at home.
Well, maybe
3 against Sierra Leone and 1 against Guinea-Bissau. For
your job done. And Nigerian fans, especially Lagos fans, they turn against. Well, the last game will not be played in Lagos. From the filials we got, it's going to be played at the home of the Senate President of Nigeria now, the former governor of Akwa Ibom State. Arguably one of the best, sports stadiums that we have in Africa at the moment, the Nest of Champions. That's the Godswill Akpabio Stadium in Uyo. So that's where we'll be hosting our last qualifying game, which it's a dead rubber. We've qualified already. Okay, we'll still come back to talk about the Super Eagles, and of course we'll open the phone lines for you. What do you think about the game yesterday? I'm sure a lot of people watched it for 5 p.m. Yesterday evening. Well, let's quickly talk about Formula 1 now. F1 Canadian Grand Prix. Yes, Max Verstappen wins again in Montreal to equal Ayrton Senna's record. Max Verstappen made it another perfect weekend for himself and his Red Bull team as he won the 2023 Canadian Grand Prix with ease. Leading from the front thanks to his qualifying result, the Dutchman proved unstoppable again as he closes in on the third straight World Drivers' Championship this season. That win was also the 100th victory for Red Bull and keeps them 100% winning record this season, finishing top in all of the 7 races so far. The victory was Max Verstappen's 41st in Formula 1, the 5th most in the sport history, and the same amount as legendary Brazilian racer Ayrton Senna. Okay, Aston Martin's Fernando Alonso continuing his great form this season by finishing second, while his old rival Lewis Hamilton came home third. His Mercedes teammate George Russell was forced to retire from the race, however, after damaging his car by hitting the wall at corner 6 earlier on in the Grand Prix. Charles Leclerc, Carlos Sainz, Sergio Perez, Alex Albon, Esteban Ocon, Lance Stroll and Valtteri Bottas rounded off the points paying position. So as it stands now, Max Verstappen 25-point picked up yesterday, Fernando Alonso 18, Lewis Hamilton 15, Charles Leclerc played 4th, 12th position. Well, it looks like the F1 season is done and dusted again. Tunde Young. I mean, for the last 2 seasons now, it looks like Verstappen is just going unchallenged.
I mean, we all expected Verstappen. With that.
But we're quite optimistic after qualifying 2, where we thought it was going to be Mercedes 1 and 2 starting in pole, but qualifying 3 they couldn't get it done.
I mean, Lewis Hamilton can still be happy with a podium finish, second back-to-back podium finish, and only his 3rd of the season. For Red Bull and Max Verstappen, Red Bull's 100 win in their history, 100 race win in their history. So fantastic achievement for them. Those 100 wins.
Lewis Hamilton alone are more than 100.
come on. Those 100 race wins have come across 19 seasons for Red Bull. They've done it on 30 different circuits, spanning 5 continents in Asia, North America, South America, Europe, and Oceania. Their most successful circuit is Monaco. They've won 7 times in Monaco. They've won 6 times in Abu Dhabi's Yas Marina. They've won and Japan's Suzuka, Belgium's Spa-Francorchamps, and Marseille's Sepang, Brazil's Interlagos, and Spain's Barcelona. We've won 5 times in all of those circuits, and they've been particularly profitable circuits for Red Bull. The 41 so far, 41 of their victories have been achieved by reigning double world champion Max Verstappen. He started that is by winning on his debut for the team in the 2016 Spanish Grand Prix. So the entire franchise has 100 wins. Only Max Verstappen has 41. That's precisely,
and he's almost like the youngest kid on the block.
Precisely 41% of the entire franchise. So that's incredible. After Max Verstappen, the next on the table is Sebastian Vettel with 38 of their 100 wins. He also had four racing titles to his name. So yeah, fantastic achievement for Max Verstappen. Clearly another one on a good trajectory, but like we discussed extensively on Saturday, we just hope that Lewis Hamilton has it in him to for one more championship, obviously not this season, but for one more championship just before you can then
see. In case you don't watch F1, I'm a huge fan of Lewis Hamilton. There's no point denying that, but if you look at what Max Verstappen does, you just wonder at that age. Sometimes I think it takes some really erratic decisions, some really crazy risk. But I mean, if you have to deal with circuit like the Azerbaijan, that's the Baku Grand Prix, if you have to deal with the Brazilian Grand Prix, if you have to deal with some really crazy circuits that we have, then you know that the game is about risk. Some seconds, moment of brilliance, loss of concentration, all of that could cost you the title, cost you your race, cost you so much, even put your life at the risk. Well, it looks like is Max Verstappen again. He cruises to his 6th win of the 2023 Grand Prix F1 season in Canada. Well, it looks like it's done and dusted. I don't know how it's going to happen. Lewis Hamilton almost made a last push to come second, but I couldn't get it done. He finished third, just 4 seconds behind the Aston Martin. Yes, just 4 seconds behind Fernando Alonso's Aston Martin to come third. Like Tunde Young said, his second podium finish in consecutive races now.
Yeah, third of the season.
I mean, it's crazy.
Do you think it's still do you think he can still win? Do you think he can still win at least one more championship?
I don't want to say he deserves it, but I think he earns it already. And I feel depending on where your loyalty lies, though. I mean, you look at his age, you look at the fact that Mercedes are not. I also feel Toto Wolff should leave the team. I think he's done enough. That's the team lead of Mercedes. I feel he's done enough. Sometimes you have to just look for ways of changing the team. Basically, Mercedes have done everything they feel they should do in terms of match up on the engines. There are times they've taken some really crazy decisions during race when they had to start with soft tires, super soft tires, dry tires. They've done almost everything they could do just to make sure that they get competitive again, but it looks like it's just I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe I'm being sentimental. I personally think Lewis Hamilton still has at least one more championship in him. When you consider the fact that we've seen some really old guys go on to win the championship. In fact, let me just go through the list of the oldest the oldest world champions in Formula One history. Of course, number one on the list is Juan Manuel Fangio of Argentina. He was 46 years old and 41 days in 1957 when he won the championship. Number 2 is Giuseppe Farina, 43 years old and 308 days in 1950. Jack Brabham of Australia was 40 years old and 155 days in 1966. Graham Hill of the United Kingdom was 39 years old, 262 days in 1968. Nigel Mansell, also of the United Kingdom, was 39 years old and 8 days in 1992. Alan Prost of France was 38 years old and 214 days when he won it in 1993. And Mario Andretti of Croatia was 38 years old and 193 days when he won in 1978. Damon Hill was 36 years old and 26 days in 1996. Lewis Hamilton himself was 35 years old and 341 days in 2020.
Exactly.
That's also his last championship. So this last championship is the 9th oldest age anybody has won an F1 World Championship. And number 10 on the list is Niki Lauda of Austria, 35 years old and 242 days in 1984. So if Lewis Hamilton wins one more championship, he will slot into at the very least number 7,
the seventh
oldest
racer to win.
So he appeared twice, and he will also surpass Michael Schumacher for the most championships by any driver. So the history is still enough motivation for him to keep going.
Well, I hope so. Tune Young is still optimistic, and I'm sure that Sweet Emu, whoever she is this evening, would be sharing the same optimism in respect to Lewis Hamilton. Still not done. She feels he still got something left in him. Well, I have something to talk about now, and I also said this program is being streamed live. So go on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Milan98.3 FM to watch us, and also drop your comments for that particular one. The Super Eagles of Nigeria, won away from home yesterday against Sierra Leone, although the match was played in Liberia because of the quality of pitches that they have in Sierra Leone. We usually got used to playing at Freetown. Unfortunately, we had to go to Monrovia yesterday to get the job done, and we did it. Maybe not in the best way we felt, maybe not in a grand style, but a win is a win. I mean, especially when you're able to score 3 goals away from home. So it's a good one. What do you think about that? The Super Eagles qualify for the next Africa Cup of Nations with a game to spare. The last game, I suppose, is going to be played in Nigeria. So you feel like it should be an opportunity for some of the home-based players that got invited into the team to finally get their debut, because it's a competitive game, but it's a dead rubber game at the same time.
Also, I've went through the list of players that impressed me. You will not escape it. which player impressed you and depressed you yesterday? So most impressive players, of course, are not so impressive players. If you are calling in, you are also participating in that as well. So let's know which players caught your fancy, which players surprised you positively and negatively.
Maybe you should remove Victor Osimhen from the bracket, because that one is the Father Christmas of surprises. He does everything so well. Well, 0913-600-0410. Two things. Talk about the Super Eagles game yesterday. And do you also think Lewis Hamilton should just call it quits? There are rumors that he's going to extend his contract with Mercedes for another 1 year. So that will take him to 2025. His contract was supposed to expire by 2024. So he's asking for 1 more year. Perhaps Mercedes is offering 1 more year just to keep him there. Maybe he could still pull the last of his victories. Well, 0913-600-0410. You can join us on Facebook, join us on Instagram as well. On Facebook, Bob Adam says, good job guys, I've seen what you're doing. I am Osar says, good evening guys, keep up the good work. Well, I'll keep the conversation coming in. I'm here, Tune Young is here, and this is Sport Cruise on Milan 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. Hello, good evening. Hello. Okay, I think if you can change your location a bit so that we can hear you. Yes, we can hear you now. Your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Godwin, calling from Apapa.
Godwin from Apapa, you're welcome.
Well, concerning to be frank, we do have a coach.
I think you do well enough to try and call us back. We can't hear what you're saying.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, I think it's better now.
What I'm saying, we didn't have a coach now. We have a coach. I just have people have a manager, of course. Let's talk clearly, because he already said I wanted to win Nations Cup. Even though he should take us to Nations Cup after taking us, even though he wins the next job for Nations Cup. What game I reached due to Capello, but the one game I reached Capello win La Liga.
And they still sacked him. Well, I think you can try and call us back. 0913-600-0410. You can talk to us on any of these issues. The Super Eagles performance yesterday. How delighted were you? And then just like today, you chipped in. Which of the players actually caught a fancy yesterday? Like we said, 2 goals from hot, spicy super striker Victor Osimhen, fresh from winning the Italian Serie A with Napoli for the first time in 23 years. And of course, our own Kelechi and Asho are getting the 3 goals for us yesterday. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, guys.
Your name and where are you calling from?
Benjamin from Bega.
Benjamin, you're welcome. And how is Bega this evening?
Bega
is let me sleep at the office.
People in Bega are begging for mercy.
And Messi had gone to the MLS. John, talk to us.
Nana.
Now wow.
And I don't forget name.
Now wow.
Nana.
Even person will go, don't go. Person will don't go. Let the name go with him now.
Hey. Opamala, you are not reading my comments on YouTube.
I go cut your this
Opamala,
this program is not live.
Opamala, read this comment.
See, you did not call in today. We did not pick your call. Bye bye.
Opamala, read comments now.
Read comments.
I will go check your comment on YouTube.
Do you want to contribute to this conversation?
I'm driving now.
Oh, okay. Just stay safe out there. Thank you very much for trying to reach us on the show today. You can also still follow us on YouTube, youtube.com/mainland983. Just leave it like that. You see us, you video, you watch the video, and then you see how we do this thing live in the studio. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, boss. I greet you specially.
I greet to Kajali. Are you a Man City fan?
Also, the City fan.
The confidence in your voice is intimidating. It's intimidating today, young and cold. Not me.
See. Chelsea fans will not talk to me. They don't really talk before they talk to me. See me Madrid. You can't really talk before they talk to me.
Did you put Madrid in this talk?
They should see, bro. See, Baba, that will be the reigning king.
Yeah.
That will be the king. That will be true right now. So
enjoy your moment, my guy. I know with you.
But quickly, I think for the Super Eagles, they just need to do better. That kind of performance, if you take that kind of performance to AFCON, or more, so we're not going to survive for that group stages. They could beat us global because it was just Jagadala football that they played on that pitch yesterday. There was no identity, there was no style of play, no strategy was like it was just they were just lucky to, and I think I will have to give some kudos to that keeper. He kept us in the game. Cialon, had some good chances, and was able to keep his players in that game. So just slug really. And for me, I'm super happy for senior man Rodri of Man City getting to win back-to-back trophy.
Yes.
So I mean, it's just crazy.
Back to back, as in
just amazing. Like, as he has a memorable.
Don't worry, I'll give out your phone number. People will call you to ask for giveaway. Thank you.
Honestly, I'm super happy as a City fan for Rodri.
Okay, thank you very much. You don't do you. On YouTube, we have messages. Jagbedi Benjamin says, "Good evening, Okpe Amala and Tunde Tunana. With the way Ahmed Musa is going, Amaju Biscuit will soon make him Super Eagles assistant coach." I'm just reading in the way you wrote it. If I can call Okpe Amala, then I can call anybody's own. Tunde Tunana, please, how much is the flight ticket to Saudi Arabia? If not to sell family, I go the Playboy. Even if not to ball boy work, I know man. Those it's actually me on YouTube says, "Good evening, everyone. If the Super Eagles let them win all their qualifiers, they will still not win the AFCON. We know them very well. They can't amount to nothing good. It's actually me. Where is your optimism?
It's actually me.
You want to say something?
Some big breaking news right now. Transfer. Let's head into the transfer market concerning Victor Osimhen. Fabrizio Romano tweeted, and I'm going to read the tweet now. Napoli President De Laurentiis has confirmed that they've reached an agreement for a contract extension with Victor Osimhen. The statement said, and I quote, "We have an agreement in principle with Victor Osimhen to extend his contract for 2 more years. In case an exorbitant bid impossible to reject arrives, we will see and make the best decision for."
I think it is the other deal that is making them extend this contract. It's simple.
What deal?
The deal that may come. That's the truth.
It's easier to sell a player with 2 years left than to sell a player with 4 years. I mean, yes, De Laurentiis, of course, it's not adding 2 more years to Osimhen. It's not about keeping him, like you said. It's about driving up his value and getting as much money as you can get from him. So with 4 years on his contract, teams that are bidding, they know 100 million is not enough. They know maybe 150 million might not even be enough. You might be looking at somewhat close
maybe 150 plus some players.
Yeah, so somewhere around that region. But you know, the last striker that the last elite striker that did this did not work out quite well. It was Harry Kane. Harry Kane, you know, choosing to extend his contract at the point where he was in demand. You know, and when he had a gentleman's agreement to leave. You know, when Manchester started to bid over £100 million for him in the summer of 2021, Daniel Levy simply did not honor that agreement, and he felt betrayed. By the end of the day, you are under contract. Nobody cares what you said to each other. It's what you signed that everybody knows, not what you said to each other in private. So the way De Laurentiis is talking, although it's an agreement in principle, meaning it has not been signed yet, but Victor Osimhen has agreed to extend his Napoli contract for 2 more years, despite the fact that they have Rudy Garcia in charge now, despite the fact that Kim Min-jae is most likely going to Bayern Munich, despite the fact that this team is going to be ripped apart, despite the fact that this team that massively overperformed this season may not meet those expectations next season, with, you know, the likes of PSG in the market for a striker, with Bayern Munich still needing a striker, with Chelsea in the market for a striker, with Manchester United needing a striker, with Real Madrid needing a striker. Victor Osimhen, one of the highest scorers in Europe this season, is deciding to stay with Napoli. I think it's a bad choice.
Okay, Tunayon thinks it's a bad choice. I need you Demesai on Facebook say, good evening guys, if Parceiro fails to win the Nations Cup, is a total failure. Finidi is waiting on the wings. Okay, back to the phone lines. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good afternoon.
Put on the volume of your radio set.
Yeah, can you hear me, sir?
Okay, it's 7 p.m. Are you calling from Canada?
No, definitely I am in Nigeria.
When you said good afternoon, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, good evening. I'm very sorry. I'm so excited to get across to you.
Please, we appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, my name is Sori. You see, in the first place, the guy that called before disrespected in Madrid. Somebody, a team 114 European Cup, and you are coming here to say that whatever it is, just got to struggle to win the European Cup. Not saying that you should Real Madrid.
Sorry.
You should give honor to whom is due.
Sorry, sir.
Because it's support of Man City, something Real Madrid.
Sorry.
That is number one. Number two, it is that you said before that when you came to do that, they should give the home base chance to execute the last match. I don't think it's ideal. There's a lot of quality players in Europe. Gift Orban is there. Boniface is there. Even this guy in the UK. This guy has scored 29 goals in second division in England.
Chuba Akpong
is there. You understand? A lot of Nigerian quality players are there. You cannot just bring them in. Taron Ebue is there.
But don't you think the home-based players also deserve a chance? We have quality in this boys.
They don't do something that cannot cover for Chan. Okay, have you forgotten they cannot even qualify for Chan?
That's a solid point.
You're not going to limit a 100% home base. You can make like 7-8 of them. You can't make complete home base. They cannot beat any team. They cannot qualify for Chan. Okay, I don't believe that you beat that. They don't make it a complete home base. Give them around 8 or 7 of them. Build the other one from Europe. That's my contribution, gentlemen.
Thank you very much, and we also appreciate your contribution, and we appreciate your excitement trying to join us on the show today. We can still squeeze in one more call. 09136000410. Keep your calls coming in, keep your messages coming in on all our social media platforms, facebook.com/Milan98.3 FM, on YouTube, on Instagram, and on Twitter. And don't forget to also follow us so that we can get the conversation going. The Super Eagles performance yesterday, I was just looking at it and what is the way forward for the team. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, long time.
You're welcome.
You are Solomon on the line.
You're welcome.
For Super Eagles, I think I will not throw people with the bathwater because I've noticed that in Nigeria for the past 20 years now. That is what we like to do. Both the press and the football fans in Nigeria. Let me take you back a little bit.
Please take us back.
You remember when Keshi was in charge?
Please, can you put up the volume of your radio completely, or you turn it down a little?
Let me do that now.
Okay.
So during the time of Keshi, this is how we complain. We don't get a good coach. They don't play good football. I don't know what we think is wrong in Nigeria for some time. Look, assuming what to do, to remain defeated Eagles, Nigeria will still continue to do. So for me, even if you say this coach is good, what is the next coach that we are going to play? What is going to happen? We don't know. So for me, the devil that you know
It's
better than that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, he's just feeling we should stick here. Now, I want to ask you, Tunde Young. Now that we've qualified for the African Cup of Nations, Osepasero's contract has not been renewed. What exactly is the situation of things right now? He stays, takes us to AFCON, comes back. If we win AFCON, do you think there's any progress under the Super Eagles with the Super Eagles under Osepasero beyond qualifying for this tournament? We should go beyond qualifying for this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think qualifying for the AFCON is an achievement, because we should qualify for the AFCON.
I mean,
in a group of 4 that the top 2 teams qualify, I don't think it's an achievement that you qualify for the AFCON, you know, ahead of Sierra Leone and Sao Tome. Yes, you should. That's Guinea-Bissau, Sierra Leone, Sao Tome is a group you should not even be dropping points, ideally. But for whatever reason, we have lost. We lost to Guinea-Bissau. So yeah, I mean, qualifying for the AFCON, yes, it's nice, but at the end of the day, the AFCON itself is the main the main prerequisite. With so even before we qualify for the AFCON, was already saying that he wants to win the AFCON. So I think it's only fair that he gets a chance, he gets a crack at it. Losing the job just before the AFCON would be, would leave a bad taste, even though it's legally, contractually, we hear that he's out of contract and that he's only carrying on based on a gentleman's agreement with the NFL. Maybe they can extend that gentleman's agreement all the way to January, although carrying his gentleman's agreement to buy fuel in this subsidy days.
Okay, what's just reaching unconfirmed though, but I'm sure by tomorrow morning we'll be able to give you that confirmed story that Carlo Ancelotti is going to be the next manager of the Brazilian national team when his contract expires with Real Madrid in 2024. Well, I will confirm that story for you in the next 24 hours. We'll get more details on that particular one. And one of the leading conversation right now is that should Rodri be included in the Ballon d'Or conversation? He's won the UEFA Nations League, he's won the FA Champions League, won the Premier League, and of course he's won the FA Cup. I mean, 4 trophies back to back.
This is an individual award.
That's a big one.
It's an individual award.
Well,
we'll talk about this more tomorrow because we're out of time.
I think so.
I want to reiterate, it's an individual award.
A defender has won it before, and it's very rare for you to see a defender that was just on top of the world. I mean, Fabio Cannavaro won it for Juventus and Italy in 2006. Juventus won the Italian Serie A, and Cannavaro, captained Italy to win the World Cup, defeating France in the finals by penalties.
Because something wrong has happened before does not mean it should happen.
How is that wrong?
Yes, Cannavaro was not the best. Look, at the end of the day, we have to be objective. That's why each tournament has player of the tournament award, player of the season award, because the Ballon d'Or is for best player
overall.
Like in the whole world this year, you are the best player. If you cannot say with a clear conscience that Rodri is the best player in the world, please just let's not talk about this any further.
Okay, that's Tunde Young. That will be the size of the package on the show today. A big shout out to everyone that reached us via social media platform, and don't forget to follow us at facebook.com/Milan98.3 FM. That's on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Instagram. The same handle as well. You see us. Henry Haika on Facebook says, "Where's Triple Okpeyemi? I'm missing him greatly on the show. Please kindly bring us up to speed about happening around him, please." Okay, I mean, there's nothing hidden about him. He left. He's moved on. Well, Adeniji Udeme still says, "I think my darling Chelsea made a mistake in appointing Poch. It is not the kind of coach we want, and Chelsea need a goal puncher like Double D." Which one is Double D again? Drogba. Go and bring him back now. Well, in case you don't even know, Darren Bent has more Premier League goals than Drogba. Have a very good evening. Keep your dial locked on Milan 98.3 FM. Today, Young.
What a way to end the show.
Exactly. That's the idea, my brother. That's the idea.